Okay, traders, to watch this video for Wednesday, February 27th. Look at this SPY. That was today's action. I mean, it looks like a little speck of paint. Opened and closed about the same spot. Here's the intraday. So, gapped down a bit, chopped around for a while. Looked like we were breaking out to the upside, right back down to test the lows, then right back through the highs, and total chop fest and rolling over at the end. It was just a narrow range, slow day. I had to leave today in the afternoon to do a pre-drywall walkthrough on the house we're building. So I only traded the morning. I was in kind of scalp mode because I knew I couldn't be there all day. So this is what happened to me today. The three trades I took: Solo, Blink, and FUV. All three electric vehicle related, and that was sort of the theme for the day. And it's still not a bad day for scalp and being in scalp mode and not being able to trade the afternoon. But also wanted to share this. Called this right before I left, and this ended up going up over 5 or somewhere around 540. I called it right through 5, and it broke 5, and people were already paying themselves in chat on this little pop. But hopefully, you guys, some of you made that second pop and had a nice little trade. Right there, you can see the screenshot of the call if you weren't in chat today, talking about the whole number inflection point 5 break with the high of day just above and a recent high flyer. So that one looked like it paid pretty well. And then maybe the most important thing before I go into the video, if you're going to be around on Thursday at 7 o'clock, we are I'm going to be teaching the way I buy pullbacks on an intraday basis. Remember, I am in cash every night. So I'm not talking about investing, averaging down, holding overnight. I'm talking about a strong stock where in the past I would have said, well, I missed it. Look at the move it's made. I came up with a solid strategy for bidding on pullbacks. I'm going to unveil all of that. We're not selling anything on Thursday. We're just going to be teaching. If you've already taken our trading course, honestly, don't be looking for anything new. This is stuff that is really taken out of one of our continuing education classes. So you already have access to all this. But if you haven't taken the course, show up. We're not just going to say, well, here's a little bit of how I do pullbacks, buy the course and you get the rest. It's not that kind of crap. We're actually going to be teaching you exactly how we buy pullbacks. So, and I honestly believe there'll be some info in here that you've never seen before, never thought of before, because none of it is taken from anyone else. It's an entry method that I came up with on my own after looking at about 1 million charts, and I trade it all the time now. So it's not theory. I actually take these trades all the time, and you'll see some of those in the webinar on Thursday. So you do have to find the link below this video and register, and then you'll get the invitation, and then you will be able to attend on Thursday. Also, if you can't make it, we would love for you to be there because it's the kind of presentation where you may have some questions, and if you're there, we're going to do a Q&A afterwards. So we'll, happy to stick around and answer questions. So, if you can be there, try to be there. If you can't, it will still be posted and you'll be able to watch the whole thing later on our free webinar page. We have 9 free webinars on there. This will be our 10th free webinar, and we usually get good feedback. So hopefully we'll get good feedback on this one too. So look below this video and click that link and fill out the registration form so you get the invitation and the actual link to join on Thursday. All right, hope to see everybody there. All right, so I already showed you the SPY. Basically, very, very boring day. Here's what I'm watching for Wednesday. NIO closing well off of its highs, but that was quite the little squeeze there. That's that Chinese car maker again. They did a piece up about it on 60 Minutes this weekend, and really, really nice move. It's certainly gotten ahead of itself and way away from the moving averages, but I'm going to keep watching it, see if it gives a trade. Blink, they make charging stations for electric vehicles. That had a really nice move. 3-day pullback, so it was already on bounce watch, and then when the others, when the electric car makers started to go, NIO was kind of leading all of them. This one had a nice run. I actually called this over 40, kind of right here, right when it was breaking over 39, and it chopped around forever before finally taking off at the end of the day. I still scalped it, I don't know, for about a dime, almost a dime. And had pretty good size because I just loved the fact that it was already on bounce watch. and the whole space was moving, and it was a an opening range breakout. Liked everything about it. Yesterday's high was fairly close, although it didn't challenge that. I always look for the next catalyst on the chart, which for me would have been yesterday's high. And it did break it, but not until the end of the day. And again, I had to leave. So all of my money came from literally the high of day break, scalping some, all in here. I never held back down through this pullback or this. I had to leave. So it was a big scalp for me, but I had pretty good size. So for even on, like a dime, I made whatever that I just showed you, what pretty good money for not being in it for very long. Let's see, there it is, $285. But, that happened in literally a few minutes. Let's go back to the daily, BLNK. So it looks good again. I mean, it's still strong. You had this big run, 3-day pullback, and it's curling right back up. So I definitely want to watch that one. GSM has this island down here. Nice volume today and topped out right at that hole number 3, actually 299, but I can round that up to 3. This looks really good through 3 tomorrow. Keep in mind, not if it opens at 250 and then has to run to 3, but it's worth watching. It might continue up into this gap nicely if it breaks 3 tomorrow. I'm not in love with that one, though. I really don't like trading around those islands on charts like that. TLRA, really nice pop, but giving a lot of it back. Still closed above its open. You might get a second day play there. MTP, wow, right? I never even saw this thing. It went from 12 cents to 82 cents on an intraday basis before settling in somewhere close to the middle of the range, maybe the upper half of the range. I want to watch that tomorrow. PLAG, if the China names get moving, again, this is my favorite. Nice volume spike yesterday, and today a quiet inside day. If there's any positive news on the China stocks start going again, this one might just squeeze back up to 5. And if it can get above that, anything's possible. Look what it did back here. So probably my favorite if the Chinese names get going. We always look for themes as day traders. I cannot believe I have SSC on here. Bear with me 1 second. All right, I fixed it. I think somebody in chat told me like 3 or 4 days ago when IDEX was popping, so we noticed it in chat. I think somebody said this is the old SSC. They changed their symbol. If I'm wrong, don't PM me or email me and chew me out. I'm just going by memory, and at my age, that's not the smartest thing to do. Anyway, he had a really nice pop back here, and it's really coiling right around that hole number 2. So I want to watch IDEX, and I've got a couple more. VERI was on watch today. It had this big pop yesterday. Today, kind of an inside day near yesterday's high. That's a pretty good setup for a possible 3rd-day rip. And then IFMK, you had a pop back here, lower high here, another lower high here, but nice volume today. Certainly if it gets over today's high, which was 133, you have a catalyst over 149, potential catalyst, and then over 168. So we got what I look for, stat catalysts and strong volume. So that's it. Not a big list today. We're going to add gappers to this list as well. Listen, if you ever watch any of these videos and you're not in our chat room, you're not a member, you haven't taken our course, and you're just wondering what the heck I'm talking about if I say something about stat catalyst or anything, feel free to just shoot me an email. I'm happy to help. I really do want to help bring traders along, whether or not you're a member of our online trading chat room or course. I still want to help people because I say this all the time. There's a lot of sharks out there, and I'm actually here to help, as is my partner at Daytrader Wayne on Twitter, the guy that I put the trading course together with, and he will be doing the presentation with me on Thursday as well, because he's got his own spin on my pullback play that he's going to show you some examples of that as well. So try to show up on that night, because the Q&A might be beneficial. All right, I am done babbling. We'll see everybody in chat tomorrow.